Welcome to the Empowered Slacker Society, where we believe in working smarter, not harder, so you have more time and energy for the things that truly matter. Each week, we share a powerful strategy with a new guest expert to help you achieve more with less effort. If you want to get these weekly tips, subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast, and be sure to sign up for our weekly email newsletter. Everything is linked below. Let's get into this week's tip.
Hey Slackers, I'm Dr. Tracey Smith, but more importantly, I'm a working mom who totally gets the dinner time struggle. A few years ago, my family was stuck in the sandwich, cereal, and takeout cycle night after night with our crazy schedule. There's nothing wrong with that, but it wasn't what we wanted multiple nights per week, and the takeout really got expensive after a while. Then I went extreme, saving countless recipes, trying to cook elaborate meals multiple nights a week. And that didn't work either because I did not want to spend that much time in the kitchen. What I'm about to share completely transformed our evenings. We went from chaos to calm. I've freed up lots of mental energy and reduced my decision making. And we have more time to actually eat together because we weren't spending so much time deciding what to eat and cooking it. Plus, we're saving money and feeling better physically because of the healthier meals, all while keeping it super simple. So, today I'm going to show you what I did instead, the systems that I put into place, and the hacks to make mealtime so much easier. As you're listening to this workshop today, I want you to let go of what you think you should do and instead keep an open mind. Consider which options you'd be willing to try and which options may work for you and your family. So, let me share my favorite hacks that make dinner time so much easier. The first one is theme nights. This is genius because it really reduces decision fatigue. My favorites are Mexican Monday. You can do tacos one week, enchilada the next week. You can even mix up the type of meat you do in the meal to switch it up a bit. So one night you could do ground turkey or ground beef, and then the next week you can do shredded chicken that you've prepped in the crock pot and added some taco seasoning to. And so that keeps it fresh if you get bored often and want more variety in your diet. Another option for theme nights is breakfast for dinner. Who doesn't love breakfast for dinner? You can do omelets, pancakes, waffles, all kinds of things to mix it up a bit. Pasta night is another option. I love adding pre-cooked chicken sausages that I warm up on the stove for a quick and easy protein for an easy meal. You can also change up the shape of your pastas and the sauce that you're using as well to get a little more variety in. Sheet pan nights are another favorite, super easy. Protein, veggies, one pan, done. You can add chopped potatoes, chopped butternut squash, chopped sweet potatoes as well to get your starch in there too. Crockpot nights are another idea for theme nights. I love 3 ingredient recipes. 3 ingredient chili is one of my favorites. Another one is easy pulled pork. So you just take the pork tenderloin or pork loin, put it into the crock pot with some beef broth, let it cook for about 6 hours, drain most of the broth, shred it, add the barbecue sauce, and you are done. And you just need to add your sides. My next favorite meal hack is my go-to meals. Really building up your go-to meal arsenal is an easy way to save time and energy when it comes to dinner time or any meal time, actually. Go-to meals are your no-brainer meals that you can make in your sleep. We all have a few that are our favorites. I'm going to share some of mine. Mine include turkey tacos, turkey meatloaf, chicken muffins, sheet pan chicken, meatballs, and 3 ingredient crockpot recipes, one of which I've shared, which is the my pulled pork. And I also love 3 ingredient chili. And all that is pre-cooked ground turkey or pre-cooked lean ground beef. You add it to the crock pot, you add a packet of taco seasoning and a can of tomato sauce, or you can use a can of chunky tomatoes. One thing to remember with go-to meals is they do not need to be fancy. Rotisserie chicken and salad totally counts. So, your action step one is to pick 3 ideas from these hacks that I've shared that you're willing to try next week. You can brainstorm your own list of go to meals, or you can use any of my ideas here. Let's talk about prep strategies. Here's where it gets good. You don't need to spend hours meal prepping. Instead, I want you to pick one of these meal prep approaches. This is action step 2. The first one is component prep. For this one, I happen to set aside an hour on Sunday. You can set aside an hour any day during the week. So on Sunday, I cook a big batch of ground turkey for multiple meals during the week. I pre-cook rice and a batch of quinoa for the week. I roast a big pan of veggies. I pre-chop some salad ingredients. And I really think outside the box here. You can use regular leaf lettuce, but I do really love the shredded coleslaw mixes, and the broccoli slaws are great too. And then you can chop up a bunch of veggies as well to have in the fridge that you can mix and match. Just store them in airtight containers or in Ziploc bags and get the air out of it, and that will keep them fresher longer. And if you add a paper towel to the bag too, that helps with moisture and keeps them crunchy. The second prep strategy that is really useful is the leftover strategy. You can mix and match the component prep with the leftover strategy, or you can do one or the other. It's totally up to you and dependent on works best for you. For me, some weeks I do component prep, and there might be other weeks that I batch prep a bunch of actual meals and then we have leftovers. So I make extra on Monday that we can have for Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I make fresh food that we can eat for Thursday. So for the leftover strategy, make double batches that you can either freeze or eat later in the week. My go tos are meatballs, meatloaf, and lasagna. Those freeze really well. And I also love to transform leftovers. So I'm going to give you an example. Tuesday's taco meat can become Wednesday's taco salad. The shredded chicken that I made on Monday, I can add to soup or toss it with pasta and roasted vegetables on Wednesday.
Next is my time sharing tools. I want to share my favorite kitchen hacks that save a ton of time. So, this is action step 3. I want you to identify which tool could help you of the ones that I'm going to share. Number 1 is my meat masher for ground meat. This is a game changer. This is really easy to use, and you can purchase it on Amazon for usually under $10. You take the meat masher and you use it to saute ground beef. You can use a wooden spoon too, but I just think the meat masher is so much easier, and it actually separates the meat into smaller pieces, so it's easy to use in recipes. My second is a food scoop for quick and easy meatballs without messy hands. You can get these scoopers in multiple sizes. You can use them to make regular meatballs or mini meatballs that you can add to soups or stews. This is so easy as opposed to either using your hand to shape the meatballs or using a spoon to do it as well. You just take the food scoop, press the button, and you can whip your way through a big pan of meatballs. My third favorite is silicone muffin pans. I use silicone muffin pans for egg muffins or for meat muffins too. Chicken muffins are my favorite. You just take some pre-cooked chicken and either ground or shredded, and you mix in a little bit of breadcrumbs, an egg. You can do veggies in there too. I love a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese and just a few bacon bits to add flavor. And then you just use your food scoop and pop them into these silicone muffin pans, and they come out great and they don't stick to the pan, and they're really easy to clean. My last one for time saving tools is these sheet pan meals because they're literally one pan meals. I line my pans with aluminum foil, and it just makes it really easy to clean up after.
Here's a quick review of the steps that we just covered. Action step 1, brainstorm your go to meals and theme nights and pick 3 to try out next week. Action step number 2, practice a prep strategy. Prep a couple meal components and or make extra to have for leftovers or to freeze for next week. Action step number 3, try one of the simple time-saving kitchen tools that I shared earlier. Remember, this isn't about cooking from scratch every night or being perfect. It's about having a flexible system that works for your real life. To help you get started, I've created a free Ditch the Dinner Time Scramble guide that walks you through all of these hacks in detail to create a plan that's perfect for you. You can get it at https://page.tracysmithlifecoach.com/meal planning. That's TRACEYSMITH lifecoach.com/meal planning. If you're watching this on video, you can use the QR code and it'll take you right to the link. It's been my pleasure to share these simple hacks with you today. I hope you'll find them useful, and as you start putting them into practice, I know they'll help you reclaim both time and energy in your day.
We hope you enjoyed this Slacker hack of the week. Remember, smart work beats busy work. Until next time, stay empowered, stay slacking. If you want to do a good deed of the day and help us grow the channel and bring you even more amazing content, leave us a comment, subscribe, leave us a review, do all the things. We'll see you guys next time.